Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, so let's keep going with the euro currency. In general, the trading setup that we discussed recently has been completed, or better to say it has started, and our suggestion that market indeed could show a bit deeper action and hit 115 area is today's session. Well, it still stands on the table, so chance for that I think is rather significant, if even we will not have any, or we will not get any reasons from the non-farm payrolls release. Maybe if it will be a bit worse than expected, for example. But just on the volatility, this market stands just 40 pips above the target. I think that with some spikes around the payrolls release, this could be just at least briefly touched the level that we would like to. In general, this is very minor detail actually, whether it will hit and how it will happen. Because in general, yesterday we said that it seems that market is coming to the point where something should change. So, in fact, as the dollar index, as the euro currency stands in an area of the big support, and it has spent here around a week already, and since that some local targets already have been met, it seems that the changing of the situation, if in general, if it will happen, we should get somewhere very soon. So, probably it will be in the way of some breakthrough, so it will be either downward breakout and continuation based on some numbers or on some reasons, or it will be starting a real pullback that we are watching for. My point, guys, is that I still think that chances on pullback here is a bit greater than breakout, because for a breakout hardly we will get real driving factors. The Fed policy already has been announced. Some data that we will get, as it will be non-farm payrolls release or gross domestic product later, hardly it will make an impact on the overall situation. It could bring some local short-term volatility, but these numbers already, whether it will be a bit slightly better or slightly higher, slightly worse than expected, so it hardly it will have some decisive meaning for overall situation. That's why in the current circumstances, since overall support here stands rather strong, chances on the pullback, I think it's a bit better than some downward breakout and dollar strength. So anyway, as we agreed previously, we will keep an eye on the patterns. And we also talked about the two ways of action here. So you could anticipate possible reversal, getting the better price entry, but taking a bit more risk. Or you could wait for some more fundamental pattern here, where the market already will confirm the fact that it's standing on reversal stage. It's mostly dependent on personality. Also, you could combine, of course, both of these ways. Just you could split your position and trying to take the part in both of both scenarios. So, in a very short-term perspective, until the non-farm payrolls will happen, I think not in a lot of actually we could do. So take a look on the 5 time frame chart. Recently we discussed and talked about the grabber and said if you will get the grabber, you could consider taking the short position based on the patterns that we have on the hourly chart, because it will suggest that this market would keep going lower, and grabber has been formed. So market is going lower, and actually grabber suggests the taking out of these lows. Simultaneously, since XOP, here you remember we have also the XOP of this ABCD pattern, and 1618 extension stands in the same area, so it's logical to suggest that we probably will get simultaneously all targets at once. So grabber will be completed with the breakout of these lows, and the XOP probably also will be reached. Here's also you could see some signs of the bearish dynamic. Price trend has turned bullish, but price action is not, and it means that it really could show some downward drop. Also today, guys, don't be frustrated if you will see some penetration of the 115 area. Market could drop slightly below this area. It's just because overall resistance and support area here, I mean, on our dollar index, this is resistance here, support is rather wide and it's long term. And some fluctuations around targets around these levels might be relatively wide as well. So just watch on the situation with a bit bigger scale rather than pay the attention to some minor details. So for entry, as we also discussed yesterday, here's by the way our setup. So consumer market barely hasn't reached the XLP target here. It's turning down. It's currently steeple to sell pattern. So for entry, we talked about the possible butterfly pattern using butterfly here, if you remember. So here's butterfly that we have the 1618 extension, and we still keep watching for it and watching for 115 area for a possible position taken. Alternatively, if you prefer to get some more extended pattern and more signs of the reversal, as usual, butterflies very often becomes the head and shoulders. And if market indeed will start their reversal, probably we should get it. So it will be some kind of the head and shoulders pattern probably a bit later. So that's what we intend to keep an eye on. And of course, on a daily chart, the major pattern that we are watching for is of course this one, because it could set up for us direction for a long period. If you know in advance that this pattern is forming, so you understand what directions where will be formed. So first it will be up somewhere to this level, then it might be to the downside, and then up again. So that makes overall trading process rather pleasant. That's actually all that we could say currently on the euro. So let's keep watching and let's see what we will get on the non-farm pro release.